Well, I mean, what do we really say about this race? The Mexico City Grand Prix, like, Verstappen was more or less lights to flag, helped out by what happened in T1, and Mercedes just didn't have an answer to it, did they? It's even more of an advantage for the Dutch driver to get towards a first world championship. And it's also very good for Red Bull in the Manufacturers' Championship. They've now closed up that gap and they're now right up ahead of Merck. With only a handful of races left in the championship, it could go either way in both races now. So I guess what we need to do is talk about what happened on lap 1 in turn 1. Daniel Ricciardo locking up and hitting Valtteri Bottas. That's been the thing that's put Red Bull back in the thick of the manufacturer's title. When it looked like they were going to have to put everything towards the drivers and potentially sacrifice the other championship to do so. It could be the Red Bull full on do the double. It just depends on how the rest of the season goes. But I think the main things that we can talk about now are that battle between Lewis and Checo. It did seem like Mercedes had the car today, even though in quali yesterday, albeit potentially benefited by what Christian Horner, I would say quite disappointingly, at the very least. Otherwise, I've got a few more choice words to say about it. Described as getting snowed. Red Bull managed to make the most of the start and Bottas being turned around to get the first and third. Surprisingly, we still, I believe, only had the 1-2 from McLaren this season. I think that's the sole 1-2 we've had this season. But I think the other final remark that I've got to have is about the track conditions. It's been a shame. And I don't think it's this race hasn't been really used in the past 18 months being a shame. I think the problem that we've got is that this track just doesn't work with this generation of car, especially the ones where they've taken even more out of the rear floor. Because the cars catch up and then they can't get past. Even on the straights that you have for Sector 1, they don't seem to be able to pass unless the car they're passing is already out of position. We'll see next season, but right now, I don't know, it was a cool spectacle, but it was a bit of a dud race. A bit like another race that Verstappen won this season. Zandvoort. And since Zandvoort as well, it's remained the same at the bottom end of the Drivers' Championship. Nikita Mazepin, who was almost a lap behind Nicholas Latifi at the end of the race, is still P21 in a 20-car championship. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you around. Bye for now.